there was a trout there that had any interest in getting some calories, there's no reason they wouldn't smack this. Perfectly drifting mayfly. There are plenty more holes though. This looked good. I've never fished it. Figured, well, might as well try.
Well, it's not light, but
it was October, the weather was all over the place, and this fall had felt a little strange. The color was dull and very patchy. And especially around the house, it didn't have the same feel as years past.
You know what I wish? The only other thing, and it's probably present in the end result now.
But we had yet to have our first frost, and maybe that would jumpstart the show. But before the frost happened, there was one last emergency harvest to be done. The final bounty of an incredible vegetable season.
what? Oh, you funny girl. What?
And the next morning, the ice crystals gleamed in the first light. And in between long video editing bouts, I was trying to get to the bottom of a clanking noise on the Valiant keep the drainage ditches clear and the driveway in decent shape. And I was working on the start of a trailhead for our property with a nice little turnaround and parking area for equipment. Just this past spring, this whole area used to be a patch of knotweed. And after building a garden and stone walls, I had spent months laying down thick cardboard, and now a final layer of cloth to suppress the weed. And I was excited to see this area spiffed up and finished. It was fun and satisfying to do these little projects while it was still pretty warm out. But Allie and I were very excited to get back to work on the house and basement renovations and finally make a big transformation. This has been a strange fall. There was a first wave of foliage that got knocked down almost immediately, and a lot of the hills and the back roads were gray. And then just recently the second wave is hit, and the crimsons and the mustards are all coming in. This really is the best part of fall. But fall is my busiest time of year. I'm always running up and down New England and beyond, documenting. It's just something I love to do. I've done it for many years. Also trying to balance things at the house, the firewood, ongoing projects, continuing on renovations. It's just a hectic time of year for me, and it's really hard to stay balanced. So one thing that does make life easier is Factor. Factor makes fresh, restaurant quality, high protein meals that are delivered right to your door. All it takes is a couple minutes to heat them up. Factor meals are fresh, never frozen. That's a huge plus. They're high in fiber, so they help support your gut health. And they just doubled the size of their menu with over 80 rotating weekly meals. And a new meal customization option that lets you swap proteins and mix and match. It's just one less thing I have to think about. I really love how easy it is. I go for a quick bike ride, I come back, I can just make this super fast and get right back to editing. 350 to 550 calories per meal. Their meals make you feel full without feeling like you overate. So head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code TroutandCoffeeFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for a year. That's code TroutandCoffeeFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for a year. So thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video and for making it easy to eat clean. And now back to the story. And on a fine October morning, I woke early to ride down to the river and see what the foliage was like and if any trout might be about. Oh man, this is insane. Wow, unbelievable. I didn't see any fish in the water or much for insects, but time on the river is never wasted. And at the very least, I could practice casting and drifting.
was a trout there that had any interest in getting some calories, there's no reason they wouldn't smack this perfectly drifting mayfly. There are plenty more holes though. This looked good. I've never fished it. Figured, well, might as well try.
And I returned to Scrapyard Island to check in on Fort Ivy, where earlier in the summer, my good friend and I had made camp and had some great river days.
Wow. Man.
Everything's here. Wow.
But we had not been back for months now, and knew that we must return before the leaves were all gone.
How much like a
And there is a great power in being up early and enjoying a sunrise in a nice location. It's invigorating, and for me, brings motivation and excitement. I've never regretted an early morning adventure. My good friend Mitch chipped away at our new heating and cooling system. I chipped away at the Valiant, eager to iron out a few small kinks. And a huge crack and crash in the middle of the night sounded like a tree landed on the house. But it was much worse. The one-armed machine had been attacked by the dying beech trees.
Oh, man.
All the beech trees around us were dying. It was part of why fall didn't have the same fullness of color. But as we harvest the dying trees, it will provide good firewood, lumber, and wood chips for the future.
Oh, is it one of those animals that like tries to play dead or something?
And after an exploded cam gear, Old Blue was fixed up and back on the road, with time still left for October adventures.
Oh, it's always good to be back in Old Blue. My God, does she have power.
And I stopped by my cabin to make some plans for a fall stay and some more improvements. And right in the middle of October, I took Old Blue for her first fall ride of the season. while each month of the year has its own special magic, there's just something about October.